the woman can't even think for herself to pull her out and figure out a way to get out of the situation herself because she's just so weak. She's so weak. There's no way I can do this. There's no way. I'm just little old me. I don't like it because women are stronger than that. Hello, everyone. My name is Heather, and today we are going to do a bit of a fun video. I am going to go through all the tropes that I don't like, or at least the ones that I could think of at the moment when I was making the list out. So I will go through each one and I will explain why I like it and why I don't like it. Well, I will explain why I don't like it because this one is the don't like. I will be doing a video of tropes that I do like next. I may record it right after this one. I'm not sure. So if I am wearing the same shirt, that is why. But I think even if I do record it, I'll probably change my shirt so I could keep the videos separate. Anyway, on to tropes that I don't like. Honestly, the first one would have to be the toxic romance, dark romance type deal where the main love interest is very toxic and cruel to the main lead. And this can be either male or female. I've seen it in both. But typically, here, especially with other tropes, with dark romance tropes, the main lead is a male, and they can be absolutely cruel and sometimes even assault the female lead. And I'm just, they exhibit narcissistic behaviors, they're controlling, manipulative, and it is just not a good relationship. And it is very hard to redeem the character in my eyes when they act like that. It's just not something I really enjoy. And something that goes right along with that is sexual assault. I do not like sexual assault in books. If it is in a book and I read it or I start reading it and realize what's happening, I will put it down and I won't come back to that book. It is a trope that I do not like. It is nothing good can come from having that happen. If the male lead does that to the female lead, it's just, there's no way you can redeem the male lead from that. And there is nothing good that can come from that happening to the female lead. Sure, she can grow as a character, but she can grow as a character without having that happen to her. If that is your main trope in your story, take it out because that is unacceptable. That is not something that should be used as a plot device. Absolutely not. It is not okay. Another one that kind of goes right along the same lines is spice in romance. I am not a fan of all of the books that have come out that has a lot of graphic and detailed spice. You know what I'm talking about. I don't like that, especially in young adult books. Young adult books are geared towards 12 to 18 years old. I don't want my 12-year-old son picking up a book that is detailed and graphic in that nature. It is not okay, and we should not allow that kind of material to be aimed at 12 to 18-year-olds. My son is a very advanced reader. He can read stories and books that are well above his grade level. And so to me, having to worry about him getting mixed in with that stuff, because let's face it, it is, I've read some of them and it is, no, I would not want my son or my daughter reading something like that. It is, absolutely despicable to have stuff like that in young adult books. I mean, we have rated R, and you're not allowed movies, rated R movies, and you're not allowed, kids are not allowed to go into a rated R movie under the age of 18 unless they are with adult. And even still, you sometimes they won't even let 16, 17-year-olds in unless you're with an adult. And so to me, it just blows my mind how it's okay to be in books, but it's not okay for them to see movies. If it's not okay for them to see it in movies, it's not okay for them to read it in a book. So if you want to put something like that in a book, put it in an adult book or classify it as an adult book. Do not put it in a book that is geared towards a 12-year-old to an 18-year-old. Sure, the 18-year-old may want something like that. Whatever, that's up to them. That's what adult books are for. They can go to an adult book. They can go to a different section. That's what age levels are for. That's what it's for. Okay, off my soapbox a little bit. Another thing, well, actually, one more thing I'm going to input. It is kind of disgusting to think about the fact that adults are writing these stories that has graphic sexual content in it for 12 to 18-year-olds. An adult writing it that's the main character is a teenager, because that's what that young adult is geared towards. A teenager. The adult is writing a teenager having graphic intercourse with whoever it is for a young adult book. I'm not okay with that, and I don't like that trope, and I don't like it at all. It's disgusting, and it needs to be cut out completely. If you want to keep it in the book, then make it an adult book. Don't make it for a kid. Okay, now that I'm off of my rant onto some more fun things, I guess. I don't really care for the insta love or love at first sight thing anymore. To me, it's just I want to see their romance blossom and bloom and become something beautiful. I don't want it to just be they meet and they're in love and they're going to give away their whole life just because they love each other. Who cares about everything else in my life? I'm just going to give up my whole life just to be with you. And I just read a book like that, and I will link the review if it's up and it's out. That it just it annoyed me. Another one is, oh gosh, I'm breaking up with you to protect you. That's annoying. It is so annoying. You don't have to protect me. I can protect myself. I can choose myself. Thank you very much. The main character can choose. Thank you very much. She or he has a mind of their own. You don't have to be the sole protector in this whole relationship. It's two people. Both people need to have a decision in it. So talk, communicate, which leads to the next one, which is lack of communication or miscommunication. It is just frustrating. It is. That was not one of the bigger ones. It's one of the lesser ones, but it is frustrating. Another one that's a big no for me, and it is like I will stop reading a book if it's in it. I've stopped watching TV shows because this is in it, and that's cheating. Cheating, glorified cheating, any of it, I immediately stop reading, because it is never okay to cheat. It's just not. If you're with someone and you want to be with someone else, and then break up with that other person and go be with the one you want to be with. There is no reason to cheat. There's just not. Like I said, I've stopped reading books. I've stopped watching TV shows. I've stopped watching movies in the middle of the movie if it happens. I just don't like it. To me, there's no redeeming yourself, no redeeming that character because they made that choice. It's just not. Another one is zombies. I do not like zombies. I do not like that trope. I do not like it, Sam I Am. I just don't. Zombies give me horrible, horrible dreams. I don't know why. It just happens. I was watching Attack on Titan with my husband, and I had to stop. We had to stop like an hour and a half before I went to bed and watch something different because I would go, like, I wouldn't sleep very well. I would be restless and my dreams would be awful. And those weren't even like complete zombies. Those were giant man-eating titans. So, I mean, but their actions, it really did remind me of zombies. So in my head, it just classified as zombies too. So yeah, zombies are a big no for me. I don't understand that whole thing that's going on, why zombies became so big. I don't like it. I don't even like the funny zombie stuff. No zombies for me. Another one is the woman is always the damsel in distress and only the men are strong. I see it a lot. I've seen it in fairy tale. I've seen it in quite a lot of fantasy books where the woman ends up being the damsel in distress. And she's always the one captured, and she's always so weak, and she can never, ever get strong. And something that goes right along with it, if in a story there happens to be a strong female, or the main lead is female and she's considered strong, she is rude, she is arrogant, she thinks so highly of herself and belittles everyone, especially men. And it's just, to me, in order to be strong, you don't have to be any of those things. In order to be strong, you don't have to be arrogant. You can be kind and still be strong. You can be soft-spoken and still be strong. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be obnoxious to be qualified as strong. There is such thing as a quiet, strong man. So why can't there be a quiet, strong woman? It just, to me, it frustrates me. And another thing that goes along with damsel in distress, and to me, it always seems like the woman is always in trouble. The woman is always in trouble and the man has to rescue them, but the woman can't even think for herself to pull her out and figure out a way to get out of the situation herself because she's just so weak. She's so weak. There's no way I can do this. There's no way. I'm just little old me. I don't like it because women are stronger than that. They can think for themselves. They can do things. Anyway, and so on to the next one. I do not like when the main lead is hundreds of years older than the male lead is hundreds of years older than the female lead. There may be a book out there, but I haven't come across it where the female lead is hundreds of years older than the male lead. But typically it is the male lead that is hundreds of years older than the female lead. And to me, that's disgusting. It just is. Because we wouldn't want, especially if the main female lead is in her teens, there's no reason, I'm looking at you, all you vampires and fairies, there's no reason for a 2, 3, 400-year-old vampire or fairy to go and whisk away a 16 or 17-year-old girl and make them her wife, and make them his wife. None. You're a pervert and you need to stop. The next one is glorifying suicide. I recently read a book. I don't have the review out yet. I haven't even recorded it, but I finished reading it, and it kind of glorified suicide a little bit, and it still bothers me thinking back on it. And seeing suicide being glorified as beautiful and just it's not. It is heart-wrenching. It is just, it breaks you to your core to see the people you love attempt suicide, and to say that it is beautiful, and to say that it is a redemption even of some sort. It is not. Those people are broken and they need help. And glorifying suicide in a book is just, it's really not okay. I think that's all. I'm looking at my list, trying to make sure I hit everything. Oh, another one that I'm not a big fan of is the accidental pregnancy or hidden baby. I've read books like it, and it's not the worst, but it's not something that I really look for in a book. But it's not one that is too bad, but it's not one I really go for. But that is all that I have on my list. I will be doing, like I said, a video on the tropes that I do like. So these are the ones I don't like, and you'll see some of the ones I do like, and hopefully that one will be a little better, because I know I've ranted a lot on this one. So hopefully you'll watch it. Tell me some of the tropes that you don't like in the comments, and even some of the tropes that you do like and you do enjoy, so we can talk about them and discuss all of it in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully none of these were too unpopular. I will see you all next time. Bye.